Hello guys, this is Jorge with Greystone Investment Group, where you invest and we do the rest. Today I want to talk to you guys about the importance of adding property management to the mix when you're a real estate agent. I see a lot of agents that are moving fast, doing a lot of sales, a lot of listings, selling to a lot of investors. They often forget the piece of property management, but why is that so important? Property management is going to be the product, the sticky product. You know, when you go to a bank, the bank almost forces you to have to get your online banking as soon as possible, because the more products that are attached to them, the more products that they could offer you to attach you as a client, the more likely that for you to stay as a client, because you have so many connections with the bank. So the same thing happens with agents when it comes to property management, guys. If your current brokerage is not offering property management, then refer it to a brokerage that does. Because let's say you have a client, let's say in 2019 you sold 10 properties, 20 properties to investors, 20 rentals. What better than having the property, rehab the property, whatever the case might be, help the investor rehab the property, but eventually say, okay, here's some of the options for PM. Why you want to do that? Because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna go and find their own property management company. But you want a company that is your friend. You want a company that's gonna remember you, that's going to remember that you brought this lead to them, and they're going to hook you up by keeping you informed of the status of that property. I couldn't tell you how many times I place a client under property management, and 2 or 3 years later, because of life gets in the way, the person needs to sell for whatever reason, then you get to do a second transaction with the same client, sometimes a third and fourth transaction with that client. So today's tip is always have in your arsenal who your property management company is, who your preferred property management company is. It's going to help you tremendously. It's going to help you stay in front of your clients. Ideally, if the property management, ideally, you want to have a property management company that's in-house. So hopefully you're working with a brokerage like Greystone that offers property management, because that way you can ensure that you make the sale, you finish with that transaction, but there's somebody attending and taking care of your client while you out there selling and getting more sales. Very important that you bring property management to your mix. It's going to make a huge difference. Create partnerships with property management companies, so that way they could be, oops, my phone just fell off, that they could be exchange of business. You could keep that client close to you, because when it matters, when that client was to sell their 10 properties that they have accumulated with you in the past 4 or 5 years, you want to be there. And it's going to be very unlikely for that to happen if they're with a foreign property management company. Somebody else on their end is going to end up doing the sale that you deserve. So that's today's tip. Make sure you add property management to your mix, to your sales. If you don't have it in-house, find a partner that you can work with. This is Jorge with Greystone Investment Group, where you invest and we do the rest. Thank you.